shadowy flight into the dangerous world of a man who is fearless. A young loner on a crusade to champion the cause in a world of reckless automobiles. These are my motovlogs.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This is your boy Chris out on the 21 Honda Gold Wing. Out on the Gold Wing today. Decided to get the bike out. It feels good. I'm showing 72 degrees on the air temp. I finally gotten my Helibar risers installed on the Honda Gold Wing, so I decided to bring the Honda Gold Wing out just to do a little test ride today to see how it actually feels with the Helibar risers. The installation was pretty simple. It probably took maybe 30 minutes from start to finish. I got them installed and it's actually pretty comfortable. If you guys been keeping up with my videos, you know I installed the Corbin Seat, and inside of the Corbin Seat directions on the installation, it says that it's optional to install the Helibar risers to bring the handlebars a couple of inches closer to the rider, and it actually lifts the handlebars 9/16 higher. So I think that the Helibars actually complements the Corbin Seat. I'm glad I actually installed it. I feel more comfortable now. Prior to installing the Helibar risers, I was more stretched out, reaching out toward the handlebars. It wasn't too bad, but I just needed maybe a couple of inches inward. And so when I installed the Helibar risers, it actually brought the handlebars back a couple of inches. So it actually feels pretty good. It feels real good. It feels more natural now. So I'm just out here doing a little cruise out on the Honda Gold Wing. How does my camera look to you guys? How does it look? Out here doing some 4K on the 21 Honda Gold Wing. So just out here cruising a little bit. I know some of you have been waiting for me to talk about my Corbin Seat. What do I think about it since I've installed it? And I want to talk about my Corbin Seat just a little bit. I've actually had it on my Honda Gold Wing for probably about 1,000 miles or so, and it actually feels a lot better than the OEM Honda Seat. Now I must admit that there is not a lot of cushion on the Corbin Seat, but it does allow you to sit down into the bike. It does allow you to sit in the pocket, as they say. You're not actually sitting on top of the bike, you're kind of sitting more in the bike. So since I've installed the Corbin Seat, it actually pushed me back. It's a little bit, well, a lot more comfortable than the OEM seating position. Now I can actually stretch my legs out. I don't have any problems with my legs actually touching the bike. So I feel like I have a more natural seating position on this Corbin Seat. So it actually feels pretty good. It feels a lot better than the OEM Honda Seat. Now I was originally going to pick up the Ultimate Seat. I wanted the Ultimate Seat. I reached out to Ultimate, and they basically said that they was going to send me some samples, and it would take about a week to get those samples. Well, I waited and I waited and I waited, and I actually waited approximately almost, it was probably going on a month before the samples actually arrived. But I decided to not just wait on the Ultimate Seats. I decided to go with the Corbin. To be honest with you, the Corbin actually look a lot better to me than the Ultimate. But I believe that the Ultimate is probably more comfortable than the Corbin. Now the thing about these seats, you got to give them time to break in. You got to give them time to break in. I think Corbin says you got to ride the seat probably a couple thousand miles before it breaks in, because the foam has to contour to your body. So it's actually pretty comfortable. I can see myself riding for a long period of time on the Corbin seat. If I had anything negative to say about the Corbin seat, is that since there's not a lot of cushion, you feel all of the bumps. So every time you hit a bump, if it's a nice side bump, you can feel it. There's not a lot of cushion to give you that bounce. Now if you're riding on smooth road, there's not a lot of bumps, the roads are not bad, then it's fine. But if you hit a bump, you actually can feel it on this Corbin. But I believe that the Ultimate seat would probably be more comfortable because it gives you more cushion between the pan and the seat. I think it gives you more of a thicker padding. So I'm just out here cruising on the Honda Gold Wing, just doing some testing today. Just wanted to see how it feels breaking in my Corbin seat and testing out the Helibar risers. But I have no regrets that I bought the Corbin seat. It feels good. I'm glad that I bought it. It looks amazing. I can see myself riding for an extended period of time. But I think when it comes to seats, it just depends on the rider. I think it just depends on the rider. Everybody's body is different. Some people have different pressure points. It feels different to every rider. Some riders may like the Corbin better. Some riders may like the Ultimate better. Some riders may like the Daylong better. So I think it's just a matter of a personal preference. I think they're all better than the OEM seat. So it doesn't matter if you get an Ultimate, if you get a Corbin, if you get a Daylong, a Mustang. I think any seat is better than the OEM Honda seat. But I like my Corbin seat, and I especially like the fire and ice. And I can turn the heat up on the bike, and it gets hot. It gets toasty. I love the color. I love the way it looks. It flows with the Honda Gold Wing. Now I can sit down in the pocket. I can see if a taller rider was looking for a seat. I can see the Corbin seat benefiting that taller rider because now it pushes him back. He sits in the bike, sits in the pocket, not on top of the bike. I think that was a complaint with a lot of Gold Wing riders, is that you sit on top of the bike on the new Gold Wing. But with the Corbin seat, you sit in the bike, you sit in the pocket. I think with the Ultimate seat, you kind of sit up high because of the padding. It's going to make you taller. So I think all the seats has an advantage. I think all the seats has a disadvantage. I think it's just personal preference. I think it's just whatever you like, whatever you want to go with. I was gonna go with the Ultimate, but they was taking too long to send me samples. I talked to Daylong. They was booked out months out. They couldn't get a seat to me. So I decided to go with Corbin. I have no regrets about it. It looks amazing on the Honda Gold Wing. It's a very nice seat. But I think that the Ultimate will probably be more softer. How many of you out there are riding around on the Corbin seat? What do you think about it? How many of you are riding around on the Ultimate seat? How many of you are riding the Daylong? Put that down in the comment section below. Let me know what type of seat that you have on your motorcycle. It doesn't matter if it's a Harley or if it's a Gold Wing. What type of seat do you have on your bike? How does it feel to you? But I think any seat is better than the OEM seat. That was one of the problems when I bought my new Gold Wing, is that the seat was so uncomfortable. Man, whoo! I mean, it was wearing me out. But I like the Corbin seat. I think they said you need to ride it a couple thousand miles for it to really break in. And I think that's with all seats. You gotta ride it and break it in. You gotta ride it to break it in. So I'm just out here cruising out here on the Gold Wing in 4K. Testing out the Helibar risers that I installed on my 21 Honda Gold Wing. And I feel that I have a better riding position. My arms are more comfortable. Now I'm sitting back in the pocket, in the pocket with the Corbin seat. That was one of the things that Corbin recommended, is that if you add the Corbin seat to the new Gold Wing, to add the Helibar risers. Unless you got really long arms, I think that the Helibar risers are a must-have. It's 74 degrees out, and it feels good to be out on the Gold Wing. Ooh, I need to turn this seat off. It's getting toasty. Man, it's a nice day for a ride. What's the weather like where you live? Is it still cold out? Is it raining? Has the weather changed? Well, I think that the colder weather is behind us now. I'm hoping that the colder weather is behind us now. Always prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I'm wearing my heated vest as a windbreaker today. Don't have it plugged in, but I'm just wearing it as a windbreaker. I know a lot of you out there that have the new Gold Wing, you're probably wondering, how is my Apple CarPlay working and I don't have my phone plugged in? Well, you guys know there's always a way to get around. I have a second phone actually in my glove box, and it's plugged directly into the bike. The phone on my handlebars is connected to my helmet. I wish that the Honda Gold Wing I wish that it just allowed you to access your Apple CarPlay without having to connect your headset to the bike. I wish you could just plug in your Apple phone or your Android and access your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto, you know, just like an automobile. But on the Gold Wing, you gotta connect the headset to the bike, and then you have to plug in your phone in order for the Apple CarPlay to work. Well, anyway, I'm not going to keep you. I just wanted to get out today and do a little test ride, see how the Honda Gold Wing is riding, breaking in my Corbin seat. I only got 1,000 miles on the seat or less, so I still got a while to get this seat broke in, but it feels good. It feels a lot better, way better than the original OEM seat. But it doesn't matter what type of seat you're on. I think any seat feels better than the new Honda Gold Wing seat. On the previous generation Gold Wing, man, that seat is just comfortable. At least for me, it was comfortable. I know some people probably say that the previous generation seat wasn't comfortable. For me, the seat was actually comfortable. What do you guys think? Drop it down in the comment section below. If you like this vid, hit the like button. Don't forget to sign up for the Chris Caliente Facebook group, the hottest Facebook group in the land, where we talk about anything and everything, all day, every day. And don't forget to click that subscribe button. This is your boy Chris, out on the Gold Wing, out on the Gold Wing, testing out my Helibar risers and breaking in my Corbin seat. And I will as always, I will talk to you guys later. See you.
And so far, it sounds real good on my end. How it sound on y'all end?
Oh man, this sounds perfect.
Hey, I can't complain. Crystal clear.
It's not distorted or anything.
Man.
We get the thing on up to 70, can't it?
Do what now?
I say we can get the thing on up to 70, can't it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.